No, we scored 2 goals in
We
that game.
got 2 goals.
Yeah,
2 own
sorry.
goals.
We scored 2 own goals.
2 own
Oh,
goals.
sorry. I got confused.
We know we confused you.
I knew it was two, so I'm wondering what was the guy saying.
And we had a
We need to move over to the Premier League. The Premier League is back, guys, and we have a full Boxing Day fixture. We're starting off with 3 London derbies. Yeah, for so many people don't know that Brighton is in London. Yes, Brighton is in London. Yeah, so there are 3 London derbies this Boxing Day. The first game, Brighton up against Tottenham Hotspur, while Crystal Palace, another London derby. Brighton Tottenham is the first game at 1:30 p.m.
Brentford.
Sorry, Brentford Tottenham. I beg your pardon. Brentford Tottenham. First game. That's at 1:30 Nigerian time. UK time 12:30. I don't know what time it is in America with Festus. That time. But at 4:00, Crystal Palace will take on Fulham. Everton host Wolves. Newcastle United travel to Leicester City. Southampton and Brighton do battle, while at 6:30, Aston Villa will host Liverpool. And then the final game of the day, that's at 9:00 Nigerian time, West Ham will be guests of Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Guys, before we talk about the game itself, Arsenal sitting pretty at the top of the table. They have a game in hand over most of the guys in the league. Most guys have played 15 games, but them and Manchester City have played just 14 games. Arsenal have 37 points. City are second with 32 points. Newcastle are in third with 30 points, while Tottenham Hotspur are in fourth with 29 points. But we've seen all kinds of injuries happen to different players during this World Cup. One key player for Arsenal's rise to the top of the table in the first 14 games of the season was Gabriel Jesus, and he's out of the team. And I'm going to start with you, Festus. How will Arsenal cope without Jesus?
Clearly, I'm worried. I am very, very worried because of not just the number of goals Jesus has scored. He has scored, I think, 5 goals. I'm worried because of his assists, and I'm worried because of his all-round game. Jesus is a hard worker. Jesus will always he creates that attention where a whole lot of focus comes to him, and he gives room to other guys to do their job. So Jesus has actually brought the winning mentality to the club. He has motivated a whole lot of those youngsters in the front. And with his absence, and for a long time, I'm worried. Now, I've had a whole lot of discussions about Nketiah. I've watched Nketiah's under-20 performance, and I see that this guy has it. He can actually do this, but I'm really wondering what is happening with the progression to the senior team, and bringing what he has done in the under-20 levels has not really happened. But I'm hoping that with the run of game, that he will be getting at this point in time, because this man too, he has done it before. Last season when he came on board, and he actually had a good run of game, and he was awarded a contract extension. Clearly, I'm worried Jesus will not be around, but I hope Nketiah will allay our fears. I hope Nketiah will blend in with what we are currently seeing in Arsenal, and I hope Nketiah will do the job.
Okay, so but Eddie, so I hear Festus very well, and I understand his fears, but how do you set up the team when you take out a Jesus, his style of play that has worked so well for us, and then you bring in an Nketiah there? How do you set up this team?
I think you don't panic, as Arsenal, and what you do is that you give instructions to Nketiah, to go in and plug, the role and responsibilities that Gabriel Jesus was doing. Now, he doesn't have the same sort of skill set as Gabriel Jesus, but he is capable, of dropping into the midfield to support the attack, but also helping with that overload on the left-hand side. For me, Arsenal most important part of the team right now is their defense and their left back. And that is where a lot of good things start to happen for Arsenal. Confidence in the back, knowing fully well that you've got players, that can actually go against anyone. And we've actually seen them take on some of the top players in the Premier League up until now, and they've done fairly well against them. And so their left backs is going to be key, in orchestrating, what happens to Arsenal up front. So for me, if we allow the likes of Martinelli, I like the likes of Saka, I like the likes of Odegaard get closer to the goal and take shots on goal, I think we can reproduce, the goals that we need to actually take us over the hump. Now, Nketiah is going to work hard. That's without question. And we need to play to his strengths, and his strength for Nketiah is being able to run on the ball, stretching the defense, going on the diagonal, being part of that, play, that play of just in front of the box, right? And when he's in front of the box, I actually trust Nketiah, to actually take advantage of his chances, when he's in front of goal. He's shown that he can score goals, and he's shown that he can be clinical. So for me, I will get him in the box a lot more often. And he's an instinctive striker as well. He's a little bit, he's got that little bit of Harry Kane, that can just take a shot out of nowhere. So what we want to do is get him closer, into the box and let him be free, let him take shots as much as possible. And I think we should be okay.
So David Moyes was asked a question at the pre-match press conference. He said, because I'm going to ask you guys the same question now. A reporter asked him, I said, the break, is it a good time to play Arsenal right after the break? Will their run have cooled down or whatever? Will it be a good time? And his answer was this: the best time to play Arsenal was 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, I heard that.
As in, I burst out when I was watching the interview. I burst out. It was like the best time to play Arsenal was 3 seasons ago. But do you think the momentum will have dwindled, or you still think to see the same high pressing, get playing Arsenal come out against West Ham?
Clearly, the truth is, nobody can 100% tell you this is what you're going to get. But I want to be confident enough based on these little matches they played during the World Cup break, which means that some of the guys still in camp, they are still towing the line of the consistency with the way we play. And most of the guys that have joined back the team, actually from the matches they played, even the match against Juve that they lost, they played very well. The goals just didn't come, and
we scored 2 goals in that game.
2 goals.
Yeah, sorry.
We scored 2 own goals.
Oh, sorry. I got confused.
We know we confused you.
I knew it was 2, so I'm wondering what the guy saying.
And we had a very serious face too, and you were thinking, what are these guys saying?
I was wondering what was happening here, because I knew it's 2 he ended. So played very
scored
well.
1, Holding scored 1.
Which means our transition play, football is still intact. But 1 or 2 new guys definitely will still come in. But I think we're still in a good place. From the friendlies we had, I could see that we're still playing good football. We're still playing our possession football and the running and others. I guess West Ham, I don't know. Are we going to be off? I don't think so. I think we're going to be consistent with where we stopped. But like I said, I don't know how sharp our attack is going to be. And that's the only area. With the Martinelli and the rest coming in, I just hope our chances of taking those goals and scoring, because Odegaard and the rest didn't go, they are still doing well. He scored in the last friendlies. But the attack, I need to see if we're still there. Are they tired from the World Cup? And we need to know how it works. So that is just what we hope they kick off on the right way.
Better than we stop. But why are we afraid of them tiring out after the World Cup? Normally, if we didn't go on break, we'll play through the winter. That's what we do in England normally. So, and I think they've even had some breaks, especially the guys who went to the World Cup. Well, all of them, because I know the first week when they went to the World Cup, the first week, Arteta gave the boys a holiday. I think first 2 weeks, they went on holiday, came back.
10 days.
I said, 10 days. Yeah, they went away for 10 days. They came back and started working. So